LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
And with that, we're ready for basketball here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Back on the K-Zone Game of the Week. Todd Robbins alongside Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins here on the K-Zone RFM and with our partners at Leominster TV as well. We say good evening to all of you, wherever you are. Great to have you along with us for Leominster and Wachusett tonight. Opening tip-off brought to you by the one-stop shop for all your comic book and video game needs. There's only one stop. That's the one-stop shop. Starting five, you heard introduced here inside the building tonight. If you caught us at the halfway point of that, the Mountaineers will start McDonald, Stangus, Bates, Ciccone, and Chasen. Leominster will start their starting five that they started against Burlington the other night. Viola, Moisen, Asias, Dada, and Hawes as we get set for action. Mountaineers wearing the road forest green tops, forest green bottoms, trimmed in white and black. Got the black numerals front and back. Wachusett across the chest. Leominster wearing the home white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue and black. The Running Devil across the varsity L on either side of the shorts. The royal blue numerals trimmed in black along the front and back of the jersey. Blue Devils frame the numbers across the chest. And away we go. Leominster controls the tip-off. They'll go left to right, and they will attack half-court right here in this first half of action. Bounce pass, thrown away, it's picked by McDonald, and McDonald goes right to left down floor for the Mountaineers and lays it in for an easy two, and quickly a Blue Devil giveaway, and the Mountaineers are on the board first. 25 seconds into this one, it's 2-0 Mountaineers.
Yeah, Blue Devils got to be very careful with the ball tonight. You got to limit those turnovers. We know the Mountaineers can score.
Hawes drives down the lane, over two, count the basket, and one.
Nice aggressive move right there. Taking on the defender in the paint.
Stangus picks up his team first of the first half for the Mountaineers.
And Bill Thomas, you mentioned that strong take to the basket. I think that's the important point there. If you're going to go up against two, you better do it with authority.
Yeah, and don't always drive and dish. Take it in and see what you can get out of it.
Completes the three-point play, does Chase Hawes. 3-2 Leominster's lead, 7:22 to play here in quarter one. Each team has possessed the basketball at least once.
Token full court pressure here, burn a little clock.
Indeed, and McDonald lost the handle, dribbled it off his own foot. Ping pong right across the timeline. Viola lays out for it. He rolls over, and there is a whistle and a foul indicated. And a push is the signal, and it is being charged against Viola, his first.
Quite the scramble there, but officials saw it a little differently.
Question I would have simply is, who did he touch?
Where was the foul?
I would have to review that.
The ball.
I was going to say, the ball for sure.
The floor.
And a heck of a floor burn that goes with it as well.
Fouled the floor.
1 minute into this one, Mountaineers with the basketball, half court to the left. Swing across the top of the key. Ciccone sends it to McDonald in the left corner. This is Stangus, back to McDonald. Strong take, down the baseline. Dish back up top with control. This was Chasen. Through the near side, Ciccone finds Stangus. Step back three with Moisen in his face. Does not go, and Dada out jumps the floor for the rebound. Dada will control left to right. Go ahead, Bill Thomas.
No, I was just going to say, good perimeter defense right there by Leominster.
This is Moisen. Sends it back for Asias. Had a great night the other night as well. Dish down the left side of the lane, finds Hawes on the low left baseline. Hawes stuck at a double team in the left corner. 8 seconds to shoot. High bounce as Viola gets the basketball. Ends up being a great pass, and it's touched in by Moisen on the one time.
Way to stay home on the weak side right there. Came right to him.
Wasn't how they drew it up, but it worked nonetheless. The hard slash down the floor for Chasen. Has it poked away. Leominster with the steal, and in transition, Hawes coming over the timeline. He double dribbles.
Did a little dribble on that steal right there, picked it up, put the ball back on the floor. Officials saw him.
2 minutes gone by here in quarter one. It's 5-2 Leominster's lead in what has been a sloppy start to this basketball game for both sides. Ciccone slash to the left side, dishing to the right corner, not able to handle it was Chason. He lost it out of bounds.
Good collapse in defense right there. Leominster attacking the ball, who's ever on it, doubling up as quick as they can, causing some errant passes here early on.
Right now, Kate, the Mountaineers struggling to find the handle on the basketball.
And we've seen this, we've talked about this, because there's been so many starts and stoppages throughout the season. A lot of even the elite teams struggling to really get going in the first quarter, and I think you're seeing some of that discomfort here again for Wachusett. Leominster has been doing a nice job in this and against Burlington, coming out strong in the first quarter, but we need 4 quarters out of them.
Dada pops from foul line extended right. It rolls out and the rebound down in the hands of Stangus. He will outlet as it goes up floor through McDonald.
One of the nice things we've seen on defense for Leominster, Wachusett not getting a lot of great looks, and they've been stuck out at the perimeter.
Ciccone's 3, hard off iron, but the rebound is caught and put back by Chason, and it's a 1-point basketball game. Leominster 5, Wachusett 4. 3 minutes gone by here in quarter one.
Coach Gibbons saying Chason, the pleasant surprise this year on the boys varsity team for Wachusett.
Dada swings the basketball to the left, working in the right half court. Drops it off for Moisen. Moisen in the left corner has to dribble back to the top of the key. Goes through a Wachusett straight away. 7 to shoot. He bullets it over to Viola in the right side of the lane. Pull-up jumper won't go. Hard rebound comes down to McDonald. McDonald with a dish inside running the floor, and it never makes it over the top of the rim for Bates. Leominster's Dada with the rebound back left to right.
Extended zone right now by, man right now by Wachusett, but really extending Leominster's offense well beyond that 3-point arc. Need to get some penetration.
Jump stop in the lane does not go, and the rebound comes down on the left side. Asias was unable to finish. Chason's got himself the rebound. McDonald slash to the foul line, kick into the corner. Triple threat position, coming back to the near side. Bates working his way to the left. Drops it off to McDonald. Finds some space through the lane. Lays it in with the soft hands. Mountaineers reclaim the lead at 6-5.
Defense fell asleep on the right block right there. You got to watch for that drive. We know how quick McDonald is.
Viola gives it to Asias as Leominster works half court to the right.
That's an apt description of McDonald there, Bill Thomas. He'll lull you to sleep.
Swim move for Dada, creates some space. The pull-up jumper from the left elbow will go.
He knows how to take you off the dribble, and Leominster's got to be aware of that.
Leominster reclaims the lead at 7-6. And back and forth we go, winding down to the 3:20 mark here of quarter one on the K-Zone game of the week. This is McDonald. Feeds it to Ciccone. Back to the top of the key, this is Chason. Chason slash to the elbow. Kick back, puts it in the hands of Ciccone. Ciccone goes to the right corner, puts it in the hands of McDonald. Pull up from the right block, it does not go, and the ball will roll out of play. It was last touched by Leominster. The Mountaineers will keep it. Kate, you know how much I enjoy the talking about the footwear.
Oh.
I like the kicks on McDonald
Billy,
tonight.
here comes the fashion
I
report.
know it.
Indeed. Combination white and gray with the hot pink on the back of the heels. The inbound foul drawn. Leominster reached across the body. Looks like it was in the act of shooting. Indeed it was. Cicone's going to go to the line. Got 2-shot opportunity here for the Mountaineers.
That'll be Moisen's first, team second for the Blue Devils in the first half.
I still like Asias. He's really rocking the rainbow colors when it comes to sneaker choices.
He gives Picasso a run for his money there.
He does.
It's not even the right genre, Todd. Like, not even
The
close.
fine arts department here at Leominster High School would have no complaints of my inability to identify. Never took a class. 2 for 2 at the line was Ciccone. 8-7 Mountaineers lead. 2:57 to play here in quarter one. Back down floor. The handoff from Asias to Dada. Dada, jump stop. Now into the lane. Kick into the corner, Viola. Pull up 3, back rim, no.
Ooh, yeah.
Rebound pulled down by Chason. And Ricky Encarnacion, new into the game for Leominster tonight, comes over the top of Chason and gets him with authority. He swung wildly and missed, got all wrist.
You know, when I can identify a foul, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing.
The inbound quickly juggled, and Leominster's pressure from Viola will lead to a turnover. Zingarello wasn't able to get the handle on it, and it's out of bounds. The full court pressure draws an extra possession for Leominster.
Yeah, I like this full court harassment on the inbounds.
Moisen inbounds for Asias, then gets on the catch and replace. Works his way back to the top of the key for Dada. Now the hand back to Moisen on the right side of the lane. Dada caught in the right corner, working one-on-one with 17 to shoot. Pulls up for three and buries it. 10-8 Leominster, 2:20 to play here in the first. Back down floor come the Mountaineers. This is Chason for McDonald. Drive through the lane. Pull up for Ciccone. Side rim doesn't go, out of play. And they will say ball goes back to Leominster.
Also landed on the end line there. Good try on the attempt to keep it in bounds by the Mountaineer player.
Crossing midcourt, this is Viola for Dada. Dada underhands for Moisen. Moisen pulls up for three and buries it from straight away.
A couple of quick threes, expand that lead.
Leominster with the pressure again. It's tipped out of play.
Same.
And the ball will stay here.
I like the inbounds pressure though. Let's take a little clock away. Make Mountaineers work a little harder in the offensive end.
Back down floor. This is Chason. Swing back top of the key. Zingarella backing down Viola, has to kick back out, only made it halfway down the paint. 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. Zingarella gets another opportunity. Right side baseline drive, floats it up and down it goes.
Nice spin move on the baseline on top of it.
13-10 Leominster's lead.
Used his body nicely, got that dribble. Easy layup.
80 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dada, corner for Viola. Left side baseline drive, he double clutched, and they say he went up and down with it. Still had the ball when his foot hit the floor. It's a walk. Ball back to the Mountaineers.
Justin a little out of control right there on the baseline. I like to see him run that baseline without the ball, then look for it. You know, I think he's much better off ball.
1:06 to play here in quarter one. Mountaineers with the basketball going right to left. Under a minute to play here in quarter one. Playing catch up. It's the Mountaineers. This is Chason. Goes in the corner for Zingarella. Back to Chason. Drive to the right elbow. Kicks back, puts it in the hands of Bates. Bates playing catch with Zingarella. 15 seconds gone by, now 8 on the possession. The screen frees up Chason. Lost the handle, looking for Zingarella. Loose ball to the floor. They throw it wildly at the basket, and it's a shot clock violation. The ball will go back to Leominster, and that's just great pressure defense.
And that gets the gym fired up from the bench to the fans.
That's become one of the hallmarks that we've seen from Leominster's defense. They force a whole lot of errant shots that never make it to the rim with those shot clock violations. So nice job by Leominster's D once again.
Dada comes right down floor, tries the runner, missed, followed his own shot, put it back up and in.
Looked like Larry Bird right there, coming out of nowhere, chasing down his own rebound.
Sometimes the first shot doesn't work, but if you get another crack at it, make sure you finish.
Usually the shooter knows how bad it is and where it might go too. Dada took advantage of that.
Shot clock off, final 5 seconds here of the first quarter. It's Zingarella driving to the right block. Swing it back to Bates, fires up a three, and he is fouled by Terrence McCormick into the game at the last stoppage. 1.6 left here in quarter one, and it's 3 free throws coming the way of Adam Bates. McCormick is in disbelief.
McCormick's first, team fourth of the first half, and someone else taking exception to the call is Coach Kevin Grutchfield on Leominster's bench.
And Bates is at the line. First one does not go.
You know, we talked about at the top of the show, Kate, how important free throws could be tonight, and it's already rearing its ugly head here in the first quarter.
2 of 3 are Wachusett. Leominster 1 of 1.
Second one will go for Bates. Closes it to a 4-point game with a second and a half left here in quarter number one. Four-tenths of a second is roughly what you need for a catch and shoot on an inbound. Leominster got a little more than that on a make here by Bates. Bates goes 2 of 3 on that opportunity. The inbound, Moisen throws the line drive at the glass, and that off the mark. That's how quarter one will end here inside the gym at Leominster High School. A 3-point basketball game. Leominster 15 and Wachusett 12. For those of you joining us on the K-Zone, you are listening to the Game of the Week here on WPKZ. Continue right along with you for those of you joining us on Leominster TV and with our live stream on RFM. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Through one quarter here, Bill Thomas. An impressive night, end-to-end. Wachusett struggling to maintain control of the basketball. Meanwhile, Leominster perhaps giving away too many fouls and opportunities to the Mountaineers.
Yeah, the fouls are building up, but only 4 in that first quarter. We'll have to see how that plays out. We know how big that is at this level, but I think what I want to see Leominster stay away from is that bad quarter. We've seen a number of bad second quarters. They had a 5-point quarter the other night, still managed to overcome that. I want to see him stay away from that bad quarter. Let's come out, continue making that statement right now. Get your 12 for 15 and stay with your average and keep the pressure on.
Kate, through one quarter here, as you look at your stat sheet and before our radio audience comes back, give us that one stat that's sticking out to you.
Already 5 Mountaineers on the stat sheet in the offensive column to Leominster's 3. We talked about needing to diversify scoring. Both of these teams need to do that in order to be successful. Right now, Wachusett, although down by 3, diversifying a little bit better than Leominster.
For our radio audience return, second quarter about to get underway. Second 8 minutes rolls on here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Mountaineers continue from right to left. Feed back to the top of the key. This is McGarry into the corner. Feeds Chason, sets up a 3 and buries it. 15 all, 7.5 to play here in the second quarter. Back down floor comes Leominster left to right. The pull up for Dada, and he hits. Rule it at 2.
Team high 9 points for Justin right now on Leominster's side of the ball.
Welcome you back for those of you joining us on the K-Zone. 45 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Mountaineers open with a 3-point basket to knot the game at 15. Leominster responds with a pull-up of their own, a Dada 2, and we're at 17-15 as the ball rolls out of bounds on the Mountaineer end.
It's a foul against Encarnacion before the ball rolled out of bounds. So 5 fouls now for Leominster. Interestingly enough, this officiating crew, one half of it we just saw in the Burlington game just a few days ago.
Did a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal job, but a very different feel right now in the officiating. And 50% of the officiating crew is the same as what we saw 48 hours ago. So it'll be very interesting to see what ends up happening.
Six officials walked into the middle. Yeah, there were 6 folks on the floor for the Mountaineers, and Bates was the one too many. Coach Gibbons will pull him, bring him back down, cut the 5 on the floor he wants.
But Bill Thomas, I think that your commentary relative to the amount of fouls that Leominster has already is apt. It's going to be interesting in the fourth.
Off the inbound, cut down the lane, it's McGarry, jump stop, lay in, good. We're knotted at 17, and we got back and forth basketball here early in the second. Dada pulls up for a 3 from straight away, side rim does not go, rebound down for Zingarella. McCormick tried to lay on him as they came back down floor to slow him down. Sets up a Ciccone 3 from the left corner, does not go. Rebound McDonald on the baseline. He crossed the baseline, they say, and the whistle and the ball will go back to Leominster. 6:48 to play here in quarter 2, tied at 17. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire, Harvard Outdoor Power, Jarvis Ford, and Rhino Linings of Leominster. We thank you all so much for your support of the K-Zone Game of the Week. Viola brings the ball back down floor from left to right. He pushes it up. It ends up in the hands of Carr. Not his intended target, but Carr's got it. Through Acias to Dada, throws it away, trying to go back to Acias, and a great play by Viola to keep it in along the timeline. Viola then slashes it straight to the basket, shorts the lay-in, battles for the rebound, on the tie-up, Leominster gets the basketball back. That's individual effort. Viola was in every place on the floor where he needed to be at that moment.
It was like there's 3 Violas on the court right there. Half court under the basket and somehow involved in that tie-up on the rebound.
I think that Burlington performance has certainly helped his confidence out there.
It certainly spur you on. A great second half. Moisen pulls up for 3 over Zingarella, and it hits the bottom of the net.
Still only 3 Blue Devils on the stat sheet on the offensive end, though. Moisen, Dada, and House.
2017 was a great year. It is also our score.
Graham's going to get in touch with me.
2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Hawes like pause. Here's the drive. Left side for Zingarella. Tipped by Dada away.
Nice defense right there. Just straight up defense.
Through Viola in transition. Go to the left elbow. Moisen thought better of the pull-up. Went back to Viola. Lost track of the basketball, but battled for it with Zingarella on the logo and was able to recover it and keep the Leominster possession with 12 to shoot.
I do get surprised that doesn't happen more often.
Indeed. Asias, crossover, spin through the lane. His shot is short. Moisen tapped the rebound. It ends up in the hands down floor of Chason. Tries to float it for Stangas. He bangs it off of Carr, and the ball is out of bounds. Mountaineer basketball and a great hustle play down floor. Credit that one to Jake Chason.
A great individual effort right there for sure.
5:21 to play here in the second quarter, still at a 20-17 lead. A family-only crowd here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Everybody's related tonight, Kate.
No comment.
Indeed.
Lots of cousins.
Mask rules also optionally being enforced as well. Not really, but indeed. Off the inbound, right away McDonald able to lay it in and good. Quick couple of buckets there for the Mountaineers and closes it to 2019.
Game's getting a little scrappy.
This is a drive for Dada. Throws a little shoulder. Step back shot won't go. Rebound down for Bates.
Right now, Wachusett out rebounding Leominster almost 3-1.
Drive, baseline right, thinking better of it. It's Chason who will step it back toward the top of the key. McDonald holds it, standing on the logo, left half of midcourt. Stack sets up, he drives the lane, double clutches, gets fouled by Asias on the reach-in, and McDonald's got 2 coming from the line.
Tough to play defense when you're trailing like that. You reach around, you're almost going to get billed for that foul every time.
4:39 to play here in the second quarter. It's a 1-point basketball game. Mountaineers with a chance to reclaim the lead on 2 shots here from McDonald.
They build Viola.
I was going to say Viola from up front. I thought for sure that was a reach around there on Moisen.
I would say it was. That's where the action was.
Well, you said Asias.
It was, yeah. It was Asias to the left side of the basket, yeah. Viola getting charged for that. Not the benefit for Leominster on that.
McDonald makes both of his free throws.
Yeah, with some kind iron help on the second, and the Mountaineers do claim that lead once again at 21-20.
Pardon me. The Mountaineers will be in the bonus from here on out.
Up floor, there's a reach-in as Michael Halstead comes into the game, and no foul call.
And now Leominster is going to want as many fouls as possible because right now Wachusett only being billed for 1, so fouls beginning to get lopsided. So they're going to be asking for them at every turn.
Asias gets a dish from Halstead, wide open in the left wing, and all the way to the rim.
Good patience right there, working that corner. Getting the defender to turn his head, then using the baseline.
22-21 Leominster, 4:10 to play here in the second quarter. And Kate, as I always like to point out, when fouls get this one-sided, you had 6 fouls on one side, 1 on the other, you find yourself asking the question, is it entirely possible that the game could be being played that cleanly by one team versus another? As McDonald fires up a 3 and buries it to claim a 2-point lead for the Mountaineers at 24-22, and we continue this back and forth basketball.
It's a team high 11 points for McDonald right now with 3:38 remaining in the half.
3:35 to play here in quarter 2. Asias with the basketball, half court to the right. Underhands for Halstead. Gave up the basketball. Put it in the hands of Dada, triple threat position. He gets a screen to the left from Carr. Drives left corner. Hand it for Moisen. Moisen goes back top of the key. 1 to shoot, and it will not get it off. Great defensive effort by the Mountaineers on that one. A clear, if you will, Bill Thomas, coverage sack on that one. Nowhere for Leominster to go.
Not a lot of help from the bench either. I didn't hear much yelling until I got the 3-2-1, and not much left to do with the ball when you're almost in the stands at that point.
And Coach Kevin Grutchfield is apoplectic over in his courtside position.
2 potential mental errors back-to-back by Leominster.
Dada dribbles it right away from Chason, and he's got it in transition. Gets out ahead of the break. There's a collision on the floor, and the whistle comes far, far after the action. The official picked somebody out, blew the whistle, and charged the foul.
They did get the block. Looks like billed to
And now the officials will confer as they were trailing the break. That's my other concern. The official in what we would call the lead position out in front of the action trailed the action and was reaching across the action. They will agree it was a shooting foul.
Yep.
And there's 2 coming for Dada at the line on the second foul billed to the Mountaineers tonight only.
Stangus picks up his second, team second.
Dada's first will fall. 3:01 to play here in the second quarter. Leominster within one, 24-23. Dada sends the second one away and ties the game at 24 once again as we wind under the 3-minute mark here in the second quarter. Mountaineers playing catch top of the key. The throwaway at the foul line. It was touched by Moisten. In transition, Leominster through Dada. Drops it on the floor for Carr. Lays it in and good. 26-24 Leominster.
Great look on the baseline right there.
And it forces a timeout. Coach Tom Gibbons has to ask for it. Timeout on the floor. 2:37 to play here in the second quarter. 26-24 Leominster back on top in this one. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Clear Path for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance. Clear Path for Veterans supports families with connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part by supporting them. Donate now at clearpathne.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. On a Friday night here inside the gym at Leominster High School, our K-Zone Game of the Week. Here tonight on AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com. Also the live video stream with our partners at Rivalry Family Media, Facebook.com/Media Rivalry for the complete combined action as well. 2:37 to play here in the second quarter, 26-24. Leominster with the lead, and Kate, aside from the fouls, 6-2, 6 fouls called against Leominster to the 2 against the Mountaineers. What else stands out off the sheet?
Right now, Leominster getting a few more people involved in the scoring, but the notable missing link right now, Kevin Viola. He's been all over the court, but hasn't scored any points yet. That happened in the game on Wednesday against Burlington in the first quarter, but then he started to get things rolling in the second quarter. So right now, a very quiet offensive night from Kevin Viola. Now, mind you, he's all over the court in other ways, but he was the man of the hour. Need him to get involved.
2.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. McDonald drops it off for Chason. Tries to get rid of Halstead, wasn't able to do it. Great job by Halstead with the defense with his feet. Ends up sending it back top of the key for Bates. Bates for Zingarella. Spins at right foul line extended. Drops it off. Swing it into the left corner. Ends up with McDonald. 2 to shoot. McDonald throws up an off-balance 3, and it falls. Oh, my.
Accidental offense right there, but it counts nonetheless.
Call it pure skill, Bill Thomas, just from a really tough three-point angle. My, oh, my.
What I saw there was he didn't panic, though, Todd. He stayed in form, put up a pretty jump shot.
Indeed, squared the shoulders. Body lower may have been all over the place, but you're right, Bill Thomas. At the top form, it looked good. Leominster caught in the corner with 5 to shoot. Asias gets bothered on the shot by McDonald. No foul call, and back down the floor we come. 93 seconds left here in the second quarter. Coach Gibbons calls out for the Mountaineers to slow things down. And McDonald's got it standing at the half circle. Crossover, loses Halstead on a screen, picks up a switch on Moisten, the double clutch. McDonald can't finish off the side of the backboard, and in the other direction we go in the hands of Asias from left to right. This is Halstead, drives into a double team. Kick it back into the hands of McCormick. Now Halstead, 15 to shoot, and under a minute to play here before halftime. Asias, crossover, jump stop at the left block, kick back Halstead, jumper from the right wing, good for a long 2.
Good patience right there. I didn't think they were going to find an open jump shot. Good defense by the Mountaineers. Leominster did find that open man in the corner.
Blue Devils back on top at 28-27. 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. About a 15-second differential shot clock to game clock.
No 2 for 1?
Possibilities.
Too late.
To the foul line, fine. This is McDonald working on Asias. Bullies his way into the lane, and he's called for the walk. Traveling violation, and the ball back to Leominster.
Good call right there. Lucky he didn't get billed for lowering that shoulder. Offensive foul. think he caught a break with that traveling call.
Final 25 seconds before halftime. Shot clock is off. Lemonster with the basketball, half court to the right. This is Halstead. Halstead goes foul line for Dada. Dada goes around the world and has to kick back top of the key. Halstead. Now McCormick, slash down the right baseline. Bothered by Zingarella. Shot is short. Mountaineers up floor. Nice connection. McDonald finds down floor. Bates not able to finish at the rim, and the horn sounds here at halftime.
Good looking fast break, just didn't fall right at the end. Lemonster fortunate to come out with the lead at the half.
Bill Thomas, I've seen that before in a different season. McDonald drops back to pass, surveys the field, bang, identifies his receiver. Just not able to finish was Bates at the rim.
It's like getting tackled at the 5-yard line. Didn't quite make it in the end zone.
Halftime score here from the gym at Lemonster High School. It's Lemonster 28 and Wachusett 27. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Marigal Medical, a physical medicine clinic in Lemonster, providing care and treatment to patients of all ages. Online at marigalmedical.com. 28-27 Lemonster at the half. We step aside here on the K-Zone. So much more to come. Kate's got your first half stat recap. We'll look at some mid-game adjustments, see where both teams need to be as we proceed to second half action in this tight Central Mass matchup tonight. 28-27, Lemonster on top of Wachusett at the half. I'll break and we're back with more. This is the Game of the Week on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Lemonster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Halftime inside the gym at Lemonster High School. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us here on AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com, and with our partners at Ravelry Family Media and Lemonster TV as well. Great to have you with us in what has been an exciting first half of action. And, you know, it went by in a bullet. All of about, I would say, 30-odd minutes of action. We started right around that top of the hour. 28-27, Lemonster on top of Wachusett. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Liberty Supply Inc. Liberty Supply Incorporated. Service the way it used to be. And we got you coverage the way it's always been. 80 years right here on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM for better than a decade. Great to have you with us on this winter Game of the Week. 28-27, Lemonster on top of Wachusett at the half. First half stats brought to you by Great Road Farm and Garden. Get your gardening needs met locally at Great Road Farm and Garden on Great Road in Littleton. Kate's got your first half recap brought to you by Great Road Farm and Garden.
All right, let's start with the Wachusett Mountaineers side of the ball. Team totals first. Obviously, they find themselves in a 1-point deficit, 28-27. Lemonster right now on top at the half. Team totals 6 of 7 from the line as a team are the Mountaineers. 10 rebounds, 2 steals, 12 turnovers in the first half. Individual notable statistics thus far: McDonald right now has a team-high 14 first half points. Bates with 2 points, Chasen with 5, McGeary with 2 points, Ciccone with 2, and Zingarella with 2 points as well. Now if we switch gears and take a look at the Blue Devils side of the ball once again, right now they are up by 1 at the half. Team totals 3 of 3 as a team from the line, so they're shooting 100% from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 5 turnovers for the Blue Devils. Good news, gents, we've got 6 Blue Devils contributing to the offensive stat sheet. Moisen right now with 8 points, Asias with 2, Dada with a team high 11. He's 2 of 2 from the line. Halstead contributed with 2 points, Carr with 2 points, and Haas with 3 points, and he was 1 of 1 from the line. His grandmother has me all riled up. I'm not even going to lie to you. Every time I want to get it right, and then I get it wrong every single time. So that, and when he's in the starting lineup, half the time I get the starting lineups wrong for you too. So there you go.
Remember though, the important part of the action, but she'll understand this. She was an elementary educator.
I'm trying.
She's happy that you're making an effort, and that's what I love about elementary educators. Cannot
so
say
forgiving.
enough good. They are so very forgiving. most important thing that stands out on that sheet, Kate, you referred to it, of course. Leominster through one quarter only had 3 contributing players on the offensive side.
I was nervous.
And we know that's not their brand of basketball. They need that diverse offering, the multitude of players offering the basketball. Now with 6 scorers, that sounds a little more normal for Leominster when they are clicking on all cylinders.
I think that's absolutely right. More importantly, on the defensive end, right now they're doing a decent job limiting points from just about every Mountaineer. The one Mountaineer that we knew was going to be a difficult puzzle to crack is McDonald. McDonald's right now team high 14 first half points. I mean, that means he's on pace to get 28 points by the end of the game tonight in the second half. A nice steady 2 quarters out of Leominster's offense. We didn't see that massive dip in the first or the second quarter with offensive production. Hoping that their energy is able to be sustainable and that they've got the legs, they've got the horses in the barn to be able to get through the third and the fourth quarter, maintaining that energy, because going up against this prolific Wachusett offense, if they let up for 1 second, then you're going to have a multitude of people that are able to score at will. So it's going to take a pretty good effort here from the Blue Devils. Right now they've got that 1-point advantage. They're going to need to keep that up. Fouls, I'm a little bit worried, so we got to make sure that that's under control as well.
If you're wearing the green, you're not so worried about fouls. You played the cleanest half maybe in the history of basketball, as you only committed all of 2 fouls.
You're being sarcastic.
I am being sarcastic, but again, I say you cannot have 6 fouls on one side. And by the way, those 6 fouls piled up quickly, and then there was never another one called.
Well, maybe.
To the 2 that were committed by the Mountaineers?
Let's just, they're
it's
out
just
there, they're doing their
again,
thing.
I think, well, I'm sure the benches are just as puzzled as we are. It's not like there's a disagreement here.
No.
It's just, if you find 6 fouls on one side, you're going to find, you'd have the ability to find the fouls on the other side of the floor as well, and see those numbers be a little bit closer together in of course, volume, to say the least. Halftime score, 28-27, Leominster on top of Wachusett. Speaking of halftime scores, let's get a quick check around the region. It's brought to you by Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. The team at Colonial Hudson is here to make your new or used car purchase or lease stress-free. Online at Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep.com. Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Rams halftime scoreboard out there tonight. AMSA on top of Assabet at the half. At Assabet tonight, it's AMSA 32 and Assabet 28.
No.
Third quarter end score here reported by Steve Kendall, athletic director at Air Shirley Regional High School. Air Shirley 64, Murdoch 24 at the end of 3. Air Shirley's basketball team on the boys' side of things has had a phenomenal last couple of weeks. They're going to be a team to keep an eye on down a division or so. Over to Neshoba girls basketball. They're on top of North Middlesex, 25-18 at the half in that action. That's according to Tanya Rich, athletic director at Neshoba Regional as well. Those are your scores around the region, brought to you by Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. As we get closer to beginning our third quarter action, we take a look at our mid-game adjustments. They are brought to you by Central Communication Systems.
I'm doing the slide.
Indeed. The reverse Collinsworth, as the case may be.
The reverse Collinsworth, you're right.
The experts at Central Communication Systems are the key provider for thousands of businesses around New England since 1991. Learn more at central-inc.com. Bill Thomas, quickly before this third quarter begins, what do you got for mid-game adjustments for Wachusett and Leominster?
Well, I think Leominster's got to, their adjustment is not make any adjustments. They played a pretty good first half here, try to cut down on the fouls, and just keep everybody involved. I think don't over-adjust is what I'm trying to say. They had a pretty good first half.
Don't over-adjust.
Don't over-adjust. Keep doing what you're doing.
Just a little, I'm hearing the rabbit ears.
Find a way to get Kevin Viola involved in the offense.
I'm hearing the rabbit ears in Bill Thomas's den back in the 1980s. No, a little more, not too much. No, it's fuzzy.
Exactly right. Don't over-adjust.
3 attempts to that, Apple.
Indeed, 30 seconds gone by here in the third, and the touch finish goes for Ciccone at the left block. Mountaineers reclaim the lead as we start the second half at 29-28.
If there's any spot that I think any aspect of the game, it is offensive rebounds.
Big time, Bill Thomas.
They're getting beat on the offensive glass, so that's one big adjustment they can make. You just got to box out and keep an eye on your opposite player and not let them sneak around you.
And the whistle goes off as Dada had the basketball on the left block. There was a skid, thought maybe there would be a walk called. Instead, it's an offensive foul, and Ricky Encarnacion got whistled for it.
That'll be number 3 for him.
Seemingly I don't know what gym that was in. Nothing was going on. I mean, the offense hadn't even developed yet on this end of the floor. No, the whistle went off nonetheless. Leominster charged their first foul a minute into this third quarter. 29-28, Wachusett with the lead. They've got the basketball, half court to the right as the Mountaineers go left to right, wearing the road forest green tops and bottoms trimmed in black and white here at the gym at Leominster High School tonight. Cross court dart. This one's thrown, and Coach Gibbons reaches out the claw and will pull it down.
That
the
might
problem
be a
is,
turnover.
that's out of play.
That might be a turnover.
I think he said my eligibility's up.
They
Can't help.
They felt like Coach Gibbons did not get enough warm-ups prior to the second half of action.
Quick like a cat on those reflexes.
Indeed,
though,
absolutely.
kept it out of the crowd.
As Leominster picks up the turnover, 6:40 to play here in the third. Asias down floor, going right to left, cuts from the right side of the basket. His lay-in is short. Collision, no call. Leominster retains second opportunity on the possession. Here's Dada into a double team. Double clutch, and there is a indecisive whistle and foul indicated. And this foul will be billed against the Mountaineers, and Dada will go to the line to shoot two. We'll call that a reluctant whistle on that exchange.
That one against Chasen, his first, team first of the second half for the Mountaineers.
Dada's first catches the front rim and will not go. 6:27 to play here in the third.
Leominster's first miss from the free throw line of the night.
Wachusett been pretty good in their own right from the line, I think.
6 of 7.
Dada gets the roll this time over the front of the rim, and we're tied at 29. 6:27 to play here in the third quarter. McDonald will flash and get the inbound. Poked away by Asias, but out of play.
Quick hands right there. We've seen him do that a number of times, get in the middle of a dribble.
Like a python, Bill Thomas, just boom, right to the basketball.
When he's not grabby, he just waits for his spot.
And just jams the paw in there. See if he can get it on the ball.
Yeah, it's like a snake.
The two of you.
The jab step, working at the half circle, across the timeline. It's McDonald on Asias. This has been a battle going on all night. He'll swing it to Stangas. Pulls up for a three from the left. It's hard in and out. Rebound run down by Asias. And in transition, here comes Leominster from right to left. Wearing home white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue.
Whoa.
There's a discard, ruled a block against the Mountaineers.
Playing some tough defense out near half court there.
Ciccone, the 6'2 senior, gets billed for that one.
That'll be his first, team second of the second half, and Todd Robbins, Wachusett, would double the fouls of Leominster here in the second half.
It only took 3 quarters. Back to Viola at the top of the key. He draws a screen and roll. That one's not going to go. Dada, pirouette move here on the left side. Almost has it dribbled away from him, but he hung on to the handle. 13 to shoot on the possession. And there's a hand check called. This one against the Mountaineers. Now Coach Gibbons, of course, is up off the bench. And you know what? I don't blame him. This is the problem with the way the first half was officiated. The teams got used to, everything Leominster did, ruled a foul. Everything Wachusett did was ruled clean. Now Wachusett sees the whistle going off, not on the other end of the floor. Now they're going to plead their case. The point of this is, officiate consistently, you won't run into these problems. Shot missed on the floor, rebound down for Stangas. 5:15 to play here in the third quarter, 29 all.
Billy, I think Todd found his soapbox for the night.
Indeed, potentially. Here's McDonald, spin to the lane. He had it poked away by Asias from behind. Into the hands of Dada. Throws on the breaks down floor. Drop it off for Halstead, seeing extended playing time tonight. Asias over his head, creates some space, spin move on Bates, draws the block call, and he can't finish the shot at the rim. So Asias will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good job using Dada there as a fake at the top of the key, getting the defender to turn his head, then spin in the opposite direction. He's got some moves. He's been working on that spin move and that jump drop step. Just keep working that.
Ciccone picks up his quick second foul. Asias hits his first.
Action coming up here on RFM over the next week or so. Girls basketball action, and add to the schedule. That's Wednesday, January the 26th, 6:45. The start of the stream here on RFM, 7 o'clock, your tip-off for Leominster and Tantascwa. Action will continue later on in the week. Leominster and Fitchburg meet up later on in that week. That's Friday the 28th for Leominster and Fitchburg. action right now still being determined whether that will be a boys-girls doubleheader or whether it will be single action. Back down floor, it's Dada with the drive. There's a collision, a block called against Bates, and Dada's going to the line to shoot 2.
Everything going Leominster's way now. The Wachusett defenders just a step slow and called for blocks, I believe, the last 3 foul calls.
5-1 the fouls, Mountaineers for 5, Leominster for 1, and I'm as incensed for them as I was for Leominster in the first half. It just doesn't make sense. The game didn't change that much. That was not a mid-game adjustment at the half. Hey, let's commit more second half fouls.
I'm getting off my soapbox, Todd.
Crickets, yeah, me too.
I'm getting off my soapbox.
I never found
Not
one.
enough room for all of us.
That's right. Hey, I can make space up here. Dada gets the second, 32-29. 4:34 to play here in the third.
Todd will say it for everyone.
Oh, I feel it for the student athletes. When you get this kind of mixed signals, it
Now you
becomes
don't know
very
what to do.
difficult. You
Yeah,
don't know what to do at this point. Back to the top of the key, it's Ciccone. Drops it off for Chason. Creates some space on Dada. The left-hand 3 is short of the mark, and Asias rips down the rebound. Comes up floor, finds Viola. Got body checked by Zingarella, no whistle. Drop it off for Dada. Dada caught in a double team. Dada loses his feet, and it is ruled a foul.
Tripping.
It was initially looked like it might have been a walk call as Dada went down with possession.
Tripping.
And instead they're going to call the push over here in the front row.
Dada out of control. He got bailed out on that one. He's about to commit a turnover.
Indeed he did.
Zangarella picks up his first team 6. Leominster will be in the bonus from here on out.
32-29, 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Asias throws it away and the pickoff for Ciccone. Up floor, he tries to find the connection for Bates. And a nice job by Halstead to get a paw in there and knock it out of play.
Get in the middle of that fast break. Good job.
End-to-end action, 3:56 to play here in the third. Mountaineers looking for some sustained offense here in this third quarter.
Not much offense from either team up to this point, more than halfway through the third quarter.
Right now, Wachusett with 1 bucket from the field. Leominster, all free throws.
There you go, Todd.
And Viola's called for a hold on the low right block. The bad news here is, Kate, if my memory serves, that's the
3.
third against Viola tonight.
You got that right. That's going to be Viola's third, team second of the second half. We know that previous foul against Viola, his second one, was a little bit suspect. We don't even know if he was in the same zip code as that foul.
Coach Gibbons steps up off the bench. He's going to ask for a timeout. 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. It's Leominster 32 and Wachusett 29, and the air has seemingly come out of the gymnasium. An exciting first half has now become a clunker here in the third quarter.
And Bill
That's a good way to
Thomas,
put it.
we had a series of whistles that when you were asking me about the lack of scoring on both sides in this quarter, 1 basket from the field for Wachusett in this quarter, no baskets from the field for Leominster, all made free throws. They're 4 of 6 in this quarter. No buckets from the field, though, for Leominster.
So we got 3 points from Leominster and 2 points on the Wachusett side this quarter.
4 points for Leominster and 2 points for
4 and 2.
Wachusett.
Wow.
The interesting thing, though, Bill Thomas, we talked about this.
We'll take a 4-2, but we don't want to have a 4-14 or something on the other way. So.
And we talked about this against Burlington. Leominster having an anemic second quarter.
Bad quarter.
They've not been able to create 4 quarters of basketball.
The game of the week on the K-Zone brought to you by ROI Office Furniture and Systems, Sterling Rare Coin, Tom's Automotive, High Country Workwear, and Tariku Tractor. We thank all of you so much for your support of the K-Zone game of the week.
I have so many parents signing up for parent-teacher conferences tonight.
As long
phone
as they're not signing up for parent-teacher conferences right now actively, although I'll tell you, it could be compelling radio. 3:50 to play here in the third quarter, 32-29, Leominster's lead. Out of the Mountaineer timeout. It sets up a Zingarella 3, right side, and strokes it. We're at 32 all.
Hopefully this wakes up Leominster's offensive charge because they need a jolt of energy.
Top of the key, this is Dada trying to ward off Zingarella. Inside it's Halstead, dish for Viola. Sets up Asias in the left corner. Has to send it back to the top of the key. 3:20 to play here in the third. Dada from deep 3 and buries it.
First points from the field for Leominster here in the third quarter, and it's with an exclamation mark from Justin Dada.
That one came from the CTEI wing, a long way down floor.
Steph Curry 3, that's what that was.
pick. Viola with the tip in transition. Here comes Leominster back down floor. It's Dada. Has it taken away from him out of play. Nice timing by Ciccone. He waited for Dada to come back down to his waist and tapped it away from him out of play. Great defensive timing. 2:58 to play here in the third quarter. 35-32, Leominster's lead. Asias looking for some help at the right side of the arc. Drops it in the lane. Dada swims through a double team, not able to make the lay-in, and the rebound down for Chason.
And Dada right now trying to make something of nothing, having to fight through double teams, because right now he's not getting any help on the offensive end, so he's trying to put the team on his shoulders. Right now, Leominster looking flat out there.
Into the corner, Zingarella banks home another three. We're at 35 all. A game of horse developing here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Inside the dish, Dada from Halstead. Back out to Moisen. A wide open three, does not go, and the rebound down for Ciccone.
Nice in and out game right there, though. Just can't get it to fall. Had a good look.
Back to the top of the key, it's Zingarella. Drops it off for Bates, and they hang back top of the key. McDonald will come out and relieve him of the basketball. Triple threat, long way away. Asias pokes it away from behind. Finds its way to Moisen. Down floor for Asias. Taken away by Bates. It was a good opportunity to give the foul there, and somehow Bates was able to strip it clean and pull it out of play. 1:49 to play here in the third at 35 all. Moisen looks for it inbound. Floats it up top of the key for Asias. Leominster half court to the left with the basketball. Looks in the lane for the cutter. It was Halstead, and it's picked going the other way. This is Zingarella. Down floor, feed the corner. Through Ciccone. And I agree with you, Bill Thomas.
Recovery on defense right there.
They balanced the floor quickly there.
Absolutely.
A flasher was Zingarella. Down the lane. Does not go. Juggled. And a takeaway. And now a reach-in foul in transition sends Dada sliding ice capade style across the floor. And Coach Kevin Grudgefield screaming for a timeout.
Heard that over here. Apparently he's been trying to get one for a while and couldn't get anybody's attention. He did that time.
80 seconds left here in the third quarter, 35 all.
With regard to the foul situation, Leominster now in the bonus. That's Bates' third foul of the half, so 7 fouls as a team for Wachusett in the second half. We have a conversation going on now at midcourt. Have some emotions starting to flare right now on both sides of the ball.
A little bit of bench emotion, I think, Kate, is what we're seeing right here.
Hey, to Coach Gibbons' credit, whatever story he heard, although he didn't agree, he flashed a grin and he's walked back to his huddle as he knows his team needs him in there. Mark up a play right now. 1:20 to play here in the third at 35 all. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Builders Surplus, a great selection of first quality building materials at prices you will like. Online at builders-surplus.com. You know what you need. Get it at Builders Surplus for less. Busy weekend of action here on the K-Zone. Scholastic Sports Zone comes your way this Sunday at 11 a.m. Howie Kahn and crew, including Dan Bolak and Tom Santasania in studio at 11 a.m. this Sunday. It's the Scholastic Sports Zone right here on the K-Zone, AM 1280 and 105.3 FM.
Amazing to see the level of frustration as you talked about swinging along that pendulum. Saw some fire out of Coach Kevin Grudgefield to get the time out there, so there might be a story behind that that we don't know about. But right now, like you said, you feel for Coach Gibbons and Wachusett because that pendulum has swung very dramatically from one side to the other.
Dada hits the first at the line. Leominster takes the lead at 36-35. And of course, it just, again, it has created this third quarter that right now seemingly lost all of its mojo from the first half. Dada not able to finish the second one, and a rebound in transition for the Mountaineers to half court right.
And Bill and Todd right now, Leominster still with just one basket from the field in this quarter. It was the 3 by Dada.
McDonald walks it all the way back to the top of the key with Stangus. Stangus working on Halstead. Gave up the dribble at foul line extended right. Handoff for Ciccone down the lane. Swims his way around Moisen, and Moisen gets called for the foul.
Tell you, some good looking defense right there. They cleared out the lane. Let a little one-on-one action. Moisen did a good job staying with him all the way to the basket.
Both coaches call their benches together to plead their case, so they stop screaming at the guys wearing black and white on the floor. The concern, obviously, on that play, what people are reacting to is you saw, of course, Ciccone in there uses the elbow to ward around
Clear
the
out.
defender,
Exactly
create the
right.
space. It created the opportunity for the shot, and then Moisen got contact on the arm. The foul call was solid, but he also got a lot of the basketball as well.
And he got pushed around on the way to the basket, too, so you can expect a little frustration. Gets in position, and then the call goes against him.
36 all on the first make for Ciccone. And can't handle the second will come out. Dada the rebound. Under a minute to play here in a forgettable third quarter. 36 all here in the third.
It's been a dog of a third quarter.
Indeed it has been. The dog days of this one has been this third. This is McCormick. Top of the key. Dishes it off for Dada. Dada launches a deep three. Got it on the rim. It rolled out in the rebound for Zingarella. Firing in there to get it as it comes about waist high.
That looked gorgeous the whole way.
It did, and he was off balance when he took it. But a 2-second differential shot clock to game clock. 18 to shoot on the possession. About 20 seconds left here in the third.
Coach Gibbons asking his team basically to slow down.
Lost the handle of the basketball. Acias may have poked it away into the front row out of play.
He does.
And so the Mountaineers will keep the basketball. 13 6/10 left here in the third.
We nicknamed him the Snake. He's got quick hands like a snake.
Final 10 seconds here. 8 seconds to shoot on the possession. Into the corner now, 5, and a whistle out of play is Zingarella, and the ball goes back to the Mountaineers. Shot clock off. 6.5 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're at 36 all. Dada
Looks like
signals to his teammates.
Leominster. It's going to Leominster. You said back to the
Oh,
Mountaineers.
excuse me. Yes, it's going to Leominster.
Got me all confuzzled.
I apologize. The inbound will come from Halstead, sideline right. Goes cross court for Acias. Starts the clock with 5 seconds left here in the third.
Yep.
Acias skidded and walked with the basketball. Right back to Wachusett it goes. 3 1/10 second left here in the third.
Again, when I can identify it, it can't be allowed.
Both benches do a little offense for defense shuffle here to get the right personnel on the floor. The inbound will come right next to the Leominster bench. Zingarella does the honors. Straight stack along the timeline. Inbound for McDonald. 2 seconds. Go 1. This one launched 3. It got a lot of net. It just didn't go through the hoop. 3 quarters in the books here from the gym at Leominster High School. Leominster 36. Wachusett 36. In a back and forth game of the week here on the K-Zone on a Friday night. My, oh my, oh my. 36 all through 3 quarters. The all-important fourth and final quarter when we continue. This is the game of the week on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV and with us live here on RFM as well. Performance from the Leominster High School cheerleaders out on the floor right now. Great to have you with us tonight wherever you are joining us from in what has been an exciting action end-to-end third quarter. But Bill Thomas, the third quarter took all of the great things from the first 2 quarters and just eliminated them all.
Well, as badly as Leominster played in the third quarter, Wachusett matched them, I mean, as far as, made baskets and scoring points. A lot of action on the floor, but not a lot of scoring. If you got to get in a dogfight, I think this is the kind of fight Leominster wants to be in. Playing down, keep that offensive number down, play good defense, find a way to win at the end. You don't want to get in a shootout with this Wachusett Mountaineer team. I think Leominster's doing a good job of controlling that end of the game.
More action coming your way next Wednesday night. It's girls basketball here on RFM. It's Leominster and Tantascwa on Wednesday, January the 26th. 6:45 is our countdown to tip-off, and the stream begins here on Facebook.com/Media Rivalry. 7 o'clock the tip-off for Leominster and Tantascwa girls basketball here from the gym at Leominster High School. Fourth and final quarter begins here on RFM and Leominster TV. K-Zone will rejoin us in a moment. Leominster with the basketball, half court to the left. In the lane, at the right block, this is McCormick. Drops it off for Halstead. The underhand scoop. He draws the foul, and it will send him to the line. Halstead got 2 coming up.
Good job by Halstead, flashing the lane there, bailing out his player.
Back inside the gym at Leominster High School as we begin the fourth quarter here. About 20-ish seconds gone by here in quarter four. Halstead drives the lane for Leominster. Draws the foul from Zingarella. His first away at the foul line will not go. Still at 36 all as we are 20-odd seconds into this fourth quarter, Kate.
William, I have a stat for you.
Is it a free throw stat?
No.
What do you got?
McDonald, 0 third quarter points for Wachusett.
That's a stat that Leominster is happy to hear.
Their defense saved them in that quarter.
Halstead grabs the second. Leominster reclaims the lead at 37-36. And here comes McDonald. Down 4, cuts straight to the basket, draws the foul, but the layup does not go. McDonald will have 2 coming up from the line.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't a topic of discussion in the Mountaineer huddle. Come on, pick it up a little bit and start taking charge, Mac.
And he will go to the line and hit the first without any concerns. Now 37 all once again. This has been the kind of the flavor of this basketball game. We expected a title-worthy tilt, and we've got it tonight. Back and forth, point for point, bucket for bucket, through 3 quarters, and we're continuing it on into the fourth. But I'll tell you this, it has been a low-scoring affair. A lot of defense and 37 all.
Especially considering in their last contest, Wachusett 87 points in a victory.
And McDonald hits the second to give the Mountaineers yet another lead. Moisen runs the baseline. Player drops on the floor to Zingarella. This is Viola, up floor for Halstead. Missed the lay-in. Another missed lay-in for Leominster. And then foul line, Asias skids, called for the walk, giveaway, ball back to the Mountaineers.
You know, we talked about missed layups in the past, but you got to make those.
Car careening off the tracks a little bit here. That's the concern right now on both sides. As you see it from McDonald, took that inbound off the chin, has to run down the loose basketball.
He is fast.
Indeed, he feeds the corner, sets up a 3 from Chason. It won't go, and the rebound is down for Asias. 55 seconds gone by here in the fourth, 38-37, Wachusett's lead. The drive to the basket, this is Moisen, lay in good. Leominster back on top, 39-38.
Nice touch right there, getting her to the basket and laying it in softly. Nice little finger roll.
Full court pressure persists, drive to the lane, no basket. Chason draws the foul from Viola. It will be his 4th. In the act of shooting since chasing the line to shoot 2.
I think he's calling this on the floor, Todd.
Really?
Take the basket away. Yeah, he's pointing at the floor. I don't know if there's going to be a shooting.
So they say, yeah, then if
it is side out.
Yeah, they're going to go side out. You're correct, Bill Thomas. Yep. Under the basket left, half court right. The inbound, Stangus for McDonald. And then there's another foul call.
Oh, he got bailed on that. He dribbled on that inbounds pass. Then he put the ball to the floor again.
Reach across the arm. Viola continues in the basketball game playing with 4 fouls.
So do you see something about the numbers now, Todd? Look up at the fouls.
8-6, as it turns out.
Did you notice?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I noticed how they close together slowly.
Just curious.
Both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of the night. Whistle goes off for a foul. Somebody's shooting. Stangus launches a 3 from the right corner. It doesn't go. But the rebound inside. Bates with the putback. Not able to finish, but he got fouled in the act of shooting. Bates has got 2 more coming from the line.
Kind of hard to overlook that one right there. Draped right over his shoulders.
Halstead picks up his second, team 7th for Leominster. So both teams now in the bonus the rest of the way.
6:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. Adam Bates, the senior, 6'2" at the line. First one, front rim, back rim, and through the rim. 39 all.
Getting nervous now, am I? Bates 3 of 4 from the line so far tonight.
Second one away, rattles down. 40-39, Mountaineers reclaim the lead. Remember, these two played back on December 17th. It was a Mountaineer win by 2 at 54-52 in a basketball game that Coach Kevin Grutchfield said Leominster did not play very well in. This has been a well-played game for both sides. It's been back and forth, end to end. Who has the last possession might be the one that wins the basketball game. As McCormick skids through the left wing, call for a walk, ball back to Wachusett. Zingarella finds McDonald, who's out of the blocks, to the lane, swatted away by Asias, and then the whistle goes off.
That'll be Acias' second, team 8th for Leominster.
Right guy to challenge. 2 fouls, not a concern at this point. 6:19 to play here in the fourth.
Got to watch that inbounds play. That's twice they've ran that play and swung McDonald down this sideline here in front of us, and he takes off of the basket with very little resistance.
First one goes through for McDonald.
He's 5 of 5 from the line on the night.
41-39. McDonald. Second one, short. Rebound for Dada. Leominster chasing 2 at 41-39. 6:13 left here in the fourth. Halstead fought about a 3 from the left. Pulls it back down, goes Moisen. Cross court, no look, skip. Puts it in the hands of Viola. Turn around in the lane, and the fadeaway goes. 41-all.
Took him almost 4 full quarters, but put him on the stat sheet.
Love to see Kevin get a little more aggressive now on the offensive end. Get that first one.
Bouncing back off of a career performance on Wednesday night with 21 points, 10 of them in the third quarter alone against Burlington.
Ooh.
And the response is Theo Stengus for a 3, and it goes through.
An in-your-face 3 right there.
44-41, the Mountaineer lead. Dada stumbles across the
I got holding.
timeline. And they say the signal is he got ripped down on the play by Bates. Coach Gibbons
got a little
pleads his
tangled
case
up
over at
there.
the table.
Looks like they got a little tangled up, but we'll take it.
And to the line goes Dada on the 9th foul called against the Mountaineers. So it is 1+1 opportunity. Great to have you along with us here inside the gym at Leominster High School on an ever-growing family-only crowd inside the gym tonight. Dada's first does not go short off the front rim. Rebound for the Mountaineers. Missed opportunity for Leominster on that possession.
Dada, no points here in the fourth quarter for Leominster. The stat sheet's pretty dry.
Stengus launches from Holden. That one doesn't go off the front rim. But the save, try to keep it in play. Chase on. They say he crossed the baseline out of play. Ball back to Leominster, but here comes the pressure immediately from the Mountaineers.
You notice the Mountaineers have changed up now. They've gone to this token full court, at least on the inbounds.
Moisen looking
burn
for
some clock.
space. You're absolutely right, Bill Thomas. And now they're going to stay right with him in the full court man. Acias slings through the lane, but he was underneath the rim when he released. He hit the underside. He tries to tap, getting back into the play, but the ball will roll into the hands of Ciccone. Through to Zingarella. Zingarella spin in the lane, doesn't go. Acias the challenged rebound. Back down floor, Acias, numbers, fakes his way to go back out, takes it to the basket, drew contact, shot missed, down for Halstead. Halstead tries to recover, caught on the left block, goes back top of the key, finds Moisen, 22 to shoot. Moisen fires up a 3, no! They say it's a long 2, and Leominster will take a timeout. 4:41 to play here in the fourth. 44-43, Wachusett's lead. Coach Tom Gibbons off the bench to plead his case for a foul call, unsignaled.
Take a breath, Todd and Kate.
The action goes from end to end at this point, Bill Thomas. What an exciting game it has been.
Conversations
And I
are
agree.
starting to get animated though over on the side.
And I think we're seeing what we expected. We saw, the first time these two teams met, 54-52. It's kind of like what we're going to come up with here. I think, you like to say whoever has the ball last when it comes to football might score and win. I think that's what we may see tonight. It's going to be a back and forth right down to the final buzzer. Whoever has that last possession could be in position to win and most likely will.
Assistant coaches rotating their opportunities to talk to the stripes along the midcourt.
You noticed that, and I noticed last time out, one of the stripes spent an extended time with coach from Leominster, and the other one came over and kind of broke it up. It's like, all right, that's enough.
Everybody wants to get their say, Bill Thomas. Everybody
Absolutely.
wants to get
and
their
as long
say.
as they'll listen, the coach will keep talking.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Bolton Orchards. Get fresh every day in Bolton at the junctions of Route 110 and 117. Take the short drive today. 4:41 to play here in the fourth quarter. On the reset, fouls 9-8. Both teams in the 1+1. Possession arrow on a tie-up favors Wachusett. Wachusett with the basketball and a 44-43 lead. Zingarella wanders a little bit to his right, creates space, gives to McDonald. Calls McDonald back, and then there's a handoff. Zingarella's going to take it over the timeline from left to right. He'll hands it off for McDonald. Dish in the lane, low at the waist, and the lay-in is good. Chason gets the soft touch from McDonald.
Great pass right there, bounce pass, textbook.
Back to the top of the key. Moisen, the runner, offensive foul!
Got one to go the other way.
Nice job on the inside. It was Ciccone, squared his feet and went straight up and got run over by Moisen on the push shot.
Evens the fouls up at 9 apiece now. Be shooting the double bonus rest of the way for both teams.
4:15 to play here in the fourth. Not much left here in regulation. 46-43, Wachusett's lead. They got the basketball in the hands of Ciccone. Check it, Zingarella. He goes left to right. He crosses over right in front of Coach Tom Gibbons. He'll spend the timeout. 4:03 to play here in the fourth quarter. 19 seconds to shoot on the possession. Fouls are 9 aside. That means both teams shooting 2 the rest of the way.
Pretty much what we expected, coming right down to the last 4 minutes here of the game. It's been well contested. Both teams have had their struggles at certain points tonight, but neither team's been able to open it up. It's going to come down to the last couple of possessions here. Could be a foul shooting contest at the end. I know, Kate, you're going to be all over those stats, and I think the Mountaineers have been doing very well from the line tonight.
Through 3, they were 8 of 11. You can add 9 of 14 now to date. Oh, no, pardon me. That's Leominster. 9 of 14. Wachusett was 7 of 9 through 3 quarters. They are now 12 of 13.
Yep. That's a great stat for a high school team.
Or, no, pardon me, 12 of 14.
We'll still take it.
I was going to say 12 of 14. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that.
We were happy when Leominster was 12 of 14 the other night. No sense not to be happy when the opponent is.
Coming up post-game here inside the gym at Leominster High School, we're going to talk to Leominster High School head coach Kevin Grutchfield courtside. Stick and stay with us for that one here on RFM and on the K-Zone Game of the Week. 4:03 to play here in the fourth quarter. 46-43. Wachusett's lead. Possession arrow still in their favor. Fouls at 9 aside.
Nice conversation over here. I don't know if you noticed, Todd or Kate, but Leominster came out of the huddle early. The official was hanging around in the foul line area and had a nice little back and forth there. It's good to see.
All I know is everybody enjoying the action here and to be a part of this one. Float to the hoop off the drawn-up play. It pinballs along the inside, now to the floor, and Asias has to pick it up. Coach Gibbons frustrated, a missed opportunity there.
I'm not sure that's what he called drew up in the huddle, that's for sure, out of that timeout.
Viola almost lost his balance, then almost threw it away. Dada corrals. He'll feed Asias. Asias tries to give it away. And everybody on the floor, regardless of jersey color, trying to do too much right now.
A little helter-skelter now, offensively.
Near side, it's Viola. Crossover, and he goes to the floor and gets bailed out with a block call. Ciccone gets called for moving his feet. Viola was falling down on the play, likely the beneficiary of the whistle for the block.
That's team limit for Wachusett.
And so that means 2 fouls for Viola, and what we have now is an old-fashioned free throw contest. You practice these at the end of practice every single day. Viola's first one will fall. Makes it a 2-point game. Wachusett 46 and Leominster 44 at the 3:33 mark of the fourth quarter. Both sides change out some personnel on the floor. You'll see offense for defense here to try to manage fouls the rest of the way. Viola 2 for 2 on the trip as the second one goes down. It's a 1-point basketball game at 46-45. The inbound, nice job by Bates. He finds Chason. Chason comes across the timeline. Handoff for McDonald. McDonald to the low right block. Throws up the bunny. Hard in and out. Rebound for Dada. Up floor he goes for Asias. Through the left wing. Asias into a double team. It gets up on the rim. It will not fall, but the whistle goes for a foul call. 2 shots coming at the line for Asias.
Good job by Asias. He loves to dribble that baseline. Try to get inside position. Had a lot of defenders draped on him somehow. Found a way to get it up, get that foul call.
Chason picks up his second team limit for Wachusett.
First one will in fact fall for Asias. And we're at 46 all once again.
Friendly rim there for Asias on that foul shot. See if he can't get the second one to fall.
Second one will not go at the line. We stay tied at 46. 3:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. If you've been clicking along with the tick marks at home, you know just how many lead changes there have been in this one tonight, and it is innumerable, seemingly.
It's oodles. Oodles, it's a technical term.
Struggle with enumeration on that one, I'll say that. Here's the crossover behind the back top of the key, Stangus. Feeds near side McDonald, jab step, fall away, 3, splash!
He's clutch.
49-46. Mountaineers reclaim the lead.
That's 20 points for McDonald, team high for Wachusett.
Asias with the take to the left block, got stripped, out of play, ball stays with Leominster.
After not scoring in the third quarter, too, as I recall, right?
That's correct, yep.
So definitely found his mark here in the fourth.
Yep, 6 points so far in the fourth, most coming from the line.
Bill Thomas, you mentioned the 2-for-1 for Leominster a little while ago. Moisen on a long 4.5 finds Viola up by the timeline. Leominster is in need of a 2-for-1 opportunity here, Bill
they
Thomas.
need something.
Viola fires up a deep 3, wide left, low to the ground, the ball, it's a scramble, dribbled out of trouble by Chason. Up 4, finds McDonald, waits for the blow by, he missed the lay-in. Pinball rebound all the way back out to the top of the key, it's Bates. Bates in the corner, find McDonald, drive the baseline, gets it tapped away by Asias, out of play.
Once again, quick hands by Asias.
An impromptu student section has arrived here inside the gym at Leominster High School.
Just leave it at that.
2:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. They happen to be in the vicinity of the ball. Whistle to begin play, followed quickly by a whistle for a timeout taken by Coach Gibbons and the Mountaineers. 2:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's Wachusett 49, Leominster 46. Mountaineers with the basketball and an inbound in a tough spot. They're going to be tucked down in the right corner on the offensive end. On the reset, fouls, team limit on both directions. Possession arrow favors Wachusett on a tie-up. That's what you're looking at coming up here in the next few seconds. Bill Thomas, a steal certainly would be timely, but I think avoiding a foul on this possession for Leominster right now is your best bet.
Yeah, I think you got to play some defense here. You know, you don't want to get too out of control right now. Leominster's played some great defense tonight. Just don't lose your guy and stay out. Don't let them beat you from beyond the three-point arc. If they're going to drive, let them drive, and, you know, you can deal with that. But don't let them just set up with a nice, easy jump shot, because we know McDonald or another of other players for the Mountaineers got ice water in their veins when it comes to that easy look. They're not afraid to take it.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. Woodcomb has the right coverage at the right price with a local team of insurance pros ready to help. Online at woodcomb.com. Out of the timeout here. 2:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Wachusett the 49-46 lead. If you're just joining us here on the K-Zone Game of the Week, where have you been? Your absence was noted, and you've missed a dandy. Opportunity to catch the entirety of this one on demand on Ravelry Family Media just before midnight tonight. Game will be uploaded for on-demand action, same day on-demand coverage, tinyurl.com/Media Ravelry or youtube.com. Search Rivalry Family Media. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Great partnership here between the K-Zone, Rivalry Family Media, and Leominster TV to bring you this basketball action tonight. Under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Mountaineers with the basketball, 12 to shoot, half court to the right. They play catch, and in no particular hurry. Chason shovels it ahead to Zingarella. 4 seconds. Zingarella drives the lane, lost the basketball. He hit the floor hard. The shot clock horn goes off. It doesn't matter. Leominster basketball in transition, and Carnacion with the touch, and around and down it goes. 92 seconds left here in the fourth. It's 49-48 Wachusett. Down the lane with the jump stop. Little swim move on the inside. Chason. His lay-in doesn't go. Scramble for the basketball. Dada comes out with it for Leominster. Right to left down the floor. To the right block, Dada. The push shot up and in. 1:12 to play in the fourth quarter. Woo! 1:08 now to play here in the fourth. 50-49 Leominster's lead. Leominster did not get the timeout before the inbound of the basketball. So the action continues. This is McDonald. Launches a three and buries it. Oh my! That one brought down the roof. It's 52-50. 50 seconds left here in the fourth. Leominster brings it over the timeline, and a timeout taken by Coach Grudgefield at 51 4/10 left here in the fourth quarter. Oh my! Kate, you said ice water in his veins. It is extra frosty tonight for McDonald.
How does he do it every time?
Tell you, no hesitation either. Just pulled up, saw an opening, fired away.
No
Didn't even
panic
blink.
and no hesitation out of
And
him.
great for him, too. It's not like he was out of control and panicking. You're right.
He's the one player on the court that Leominster has not seemingly been able to have an answer for. And if you're Coach Tom Gibbons, there's nobody else that you would rather have the ball in their hands in a close game like this. This is shades of what Leominster talked about when they were at Wachusett.
And you can see his football presence transfer over as that quarterback, that
Command
team
and
leader,
control.
the field general, and obviously running the point and not being afraid to take charge.
If you were to look at his pulse, it is steady Eddie. Does not matter what's going on around him. He has total control of his emotions, got his opportunity, and he struck. 51 and 4/10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's Wachusett 52 and Leominster 50. On a tie-up, the possession arrow favors Wachusett. Everybody's shooting free throws when the whistle goes off for a foul. Leominster's got the basketball. Half court left. They will be inbounding on their offensive end right in front of their own bench. Dada finds Viola. Foul line feed for Moisen. 45 seconds left here in the fourth. About a 20-second differential, shot clock to game clock.
Dada wants the ball.
Down the lane, Moisen shot into a double team, doesn't go. Got his own rebound. Second opportunity. Leominster got a fresh 30. There's about a 3-second differential. A Viola three, launches and buries it. 53-52. Leominster looking for the timeout. Rudgefield does not get it again. Back down floor come the Mountaineers. They're going to press the action. Shot clock off. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's Bates to the top of the key. Feeds McDonald. McDonald trying to hold for one shot. Drives. Asias picks his back pocket. Lost out of play. Nobody with a call. And there is a meek point in the direction of Wachusett. 7.5 seconds left in this one in the fourth quarter.
My word. We're going to talk about this one.
And Coach Tom Gibbons will spend his last timeout.
Woo!
7.5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 53-52. Leominster on top. Mountaineers with the basketball. Catch and refresh. Catch and refresh. That's the big thing, Bill Thomas. McDonald buries a huge three-pointer. Leominster comes back down floor out of the timeout. And Viola, who's been quiet tonight, does it again for Leominster to put him back on top by one.
He does. You know, and things got chaotic down here. Leominster took full advantage of it.
Quiet, but Viola 7 fourth quarter points.
I was going to say, he
for
woke up there
Leominster.
and all of a sudden, you know, he's taking charge in a different way. And, you know, it shows up on the stat sheet, but it's not like he hasn't been playing hard all night, but he finally got himself on the stat sheet and the scoring column.
8 different Blue Devils on the offensive stat sheet so far tonight, so they've been able to distribute the ball to a number of people, and they've had contributions clearly from bench players as well. But with 7.6 seconds remaining, and in that Wachusett end, everybody better be looking for number 3 to have the ball if he's wearing green. And every white jersey better know where he is on the court.
Another memorable night here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. Out of the Mountaineer timeout. Coach Kevin Grudgefield responds with a timeout of his own.
I'll take my own. Wanted to see what the offense set looked like when the Mountaineers came out of their huddle.
Mountaineers have used all of their timeouts here in regulation. Leominster still has 2 left. They have a 1-point lead at 53-52. 7.5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What a night, no matter where you're joining us. On the go, on the K-Zone Game of the Week, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, or those of you joining us in the live stream on Rivalry Family Media, great to have you along with us. It's a great night wherever you are. It is freezing outside. I'm glad you find yourself snuggling with your radio or with your smart enabled device for this exciting action here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and all of you, wherever you are, cheer on your favorite team as we continue toward the finish.
I don't know I can take much more of this, Todd.
7.6 seconds, Billy. That's all you need to take.
Of regulation being the key
You're right.
point.
Have we had an OT
right
game
now.
this year?
We have not
Thomas.
I don't
seen
believe
one.
we have.
Billy Thomas and
I'm ready
Todd
for
Robbins.
one.
We talked about this, Bill Thomas, as far as it goes. The team with the last possession. Right now, Mountaineers have a chance to have the last possession.
All the smartphones are out recording this one.
Indeed they are. Final 7.5 seconds. Ball back in play. The cut to the basket. McDonald tries to feed. It's stolen by Viola. He checks it down floor. The clock will run out, and Leominster steals one on home floor tonight. Oh, my.
They had the play. They had the play.
They
just couldn't convert it.
The scissor cut was perfect from McDonald. He cut to the basket. He got the feed. He got buried too close to the right side of the baseline. He tried to sling it across the baseline and find an open player, and it's Kevin Viola who gets the steal again for Leominster and seals it, launching the ball down floor. Leominster, a 53-52 win in a memorable K-Zone game of the week.
I mean, that's the only way. I can't put it into words, Todd and Kate. Memorable, instant classic. We usually save that for football, but that's what you saw and heard here tonight.
And there's an opportunity to catch it over and over and over again. What a night. See Coach Kevin Grudgefield celebrating with his family in attendance tonight. They're hopping up and down, and they give Dad a big hug over on the bench as well. That's an awesome scene over by the scorer's table as well here inside the gym at Leominster High School. What a night. What a night here inside the gym. Both teams played phenomenally well. This is a game between two schools you will see find each other again, whether it's in the Central Mass Athletic Directors Tournament. That would have to be where you would have to do it, because these two teams, technically, in the statewide playoff brackets, are in two separate divisions. Wachusett Division 1, Leominster Division 2. So they will not find each other in the postseason, but in the Central Mass Athletic Directors Tournament, mark this one on your calendar if they find each other once again. What a night. K-Zone Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Manny's Appliance. Manny's features a complete lineup of major brand name appliances with exclusive rebates the big box stores do not have. Buy the best from Manny's, 120 Hamilton Street in Leominster. For those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight, we say thank you so very much for joining us. Leominster, a 53-52 heartbreaker. A big win tonight for the Blue Devils over Wachusett here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Thank Bradley Bedard for bringing the pictures to you in delay for our Comcast and Verizon customers. For Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. So long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV. For those of you joining us live tonight here inside the gym at Leominster High School via the K-Zone's Game of the Week or here on RFM, we're just getting started. Post-game show comes your way next. Leominster High School head coach Kevin Grudgefield joins us courtside. Kate recaps it all with the stats. We'll relive it all for you as well as we try to figure out exactly how we got this phenomenal game to develop on this Game of the Week on this Friday night. Leominster, a 53-52 win over Wachusett. It's a season split for these two teams. Leominster improves their record to 6-1. Wachusett falls to 5-3. So much more to come. You stay with us. This is the K-Zone Game of the Week here on WPKZ.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.